welcome back to Dr. Doug's Daily Tips for how to write powerful LDS church music. Today we're looking at a lesser-known primary song, Can a Little Child Like Me? It's a lovely little tune, and what we're looking for, our tip for today, is down here on the second to last line. If you don't know the tune, here's a little glimpse of what it sounds like. Okay, it's a happy kind of thing. Now down here at the beginning of the chorus is the tip for today. So take a look at the tune. I'll play these four measures for you. Try to compare, see the things in green there? Compare the melody from these first two measures to the melody in the second two measures and see what you notice. Did you see it? The second two bars are the same as the first two bars except for one thing. They're a step higher. Okay, so on Father, we have B flat, F, and then A, G. And then the same thing happens, but a step higher. C, G, B flat, A. Same shape. It leaps down a fourth, and then it goes up a third, and then down a step. So down a fourth, up a third, down a second, and then on C, down a fourth, up a third, down a second to that note. Same tune, same melodic kernel. When you take one melodic kernel and you repeat it a step higher or a step lower, or sometimes it's a third higher or a third lower, this is what we call a sequence. It's a melodic sequence. Okay. Actually, we also have a harmonic sequence going on here, where the harmony is repeating itself a step up. Look at the chords. We have B flat, E flat, and then C7, F7. Think about the distance between a B flat major chord and an E flat major chord. Da, da. It sounds like 5-1. And then think of the difference between C7 and F7. It's also like 5-1, da-dum, so da-dum, da-dum, and then da-dum. Same harmony, just up a step, okay? So we get a melodic sequence and a harmonic sequence. That's pretty common when you get a melodic sequence that you also get a harmonic sequence. Not always, but pretty common. The fun of this is you only had to write 2 measures worth of music, and you got 4 measures out of it. So you sort of doubled your musical money, right? Sequences are great. Sometimes you'll see a sequence that happens 2, 3 times, maybe even 4 times. Usually, though, if it's going to repeat a third time, it usually changes a little bit on the third time and sort of spins out so that it's not the exact repetition. Because too much repetition, as you know, can be too much, right? And it gets boring if it's too much repetition. So this is just enough, and it keeps the tune in our ear a little bit longer because we use the same tune again. It's kind of like in Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. Ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum. Sequence. And then he uses it over and over and over again throughout. Ba-da-ba-dum, da-da-ba-dum, da-da-ba-dum. Right, again and again and again and again. And then he turns it into this other concept called motivic development, which is another day, another story. But here in your church music, whether you're writing primary song or even in the accompaniment of your hymn arrangement, you can add sequences to accompany melodies that we're used to hearing and give it an extra special something it's beautiful, right? Sequences take us melodically, they forward our ear and take us to a new place, leading us inexorably somewhere. Okay, so try out a sequence. If you're stuck with your melody, especially if you're in a little corner with your melody and you're not sure how to get out, try a sequence. See if you can take the 2 bars you just wrote and step them up or down, or up a third, down a third. Either way kind of works. All right, play with that. It's a very useful tool, and it can also be used in the other voices. You could have a sequence happening in the alto. You could have a sequence happening in the tenor or in the bass. The idea is to repeat the thing in a gradual way, a step up, step down, however. Okay? That is your tip for today, using sequences as demonstrated in this beautiful primary song. To get more tips, head over to latterdaymusiversity.com and check out the 10 commandments of writing testimony-building, warm, fuzzy church music. It's a free 24-page report that will help you with whatever kind of music you're writing, and especially LDS church music. All right, that is it for our week of primary song tips. We're going to go back to the hymnal starting tomorrow, and I'll see you then.